Okay, I think that fixes everything. Let me just, get everything back in order. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I love when OBS does that. It's fantastic. Ugh. Pain in the ass if there ever was one. I just love technology. Don't you? Don't you just love when this shit happens? Also, why the hell am I running? I should just be doing this. This works easier. I can just teleport to where I need to be. I don't need to run. Also, I don't think that the YouTube subscribers thing on Streamlabs actually works, so I'm actually going to just change that back real quick to being for Twitch. Because, honestly, there's no point in it. If it doesn't update automatically, and it just kind of bothers me. So we're just gonna take care of that real quick. Okay. Got the numbers. Also, apparently, all of my stuff has reset and needs to be fixed anyways. That's always cool. Don't you just love when you have to do things in the middle of a stream? Anyways. Let's reset this real quick. We have it at this number, I believe. And I want it to end up there, so let's get it there, and then... Perfect. Okay, that didn't take too long. That's nice. I like it when things work a little faster. At least we had good music to listen to while dealing with correcting that bullshit. Now, if I remember correctly, there actually is a teleport all the way over there. There we go. The docile gate. Which is different from docile. I don't know what docile means as a word. Yeah, it's like, I think it happens when, like, the CPU gets overloaded or something. Or maybe it's just the bandwidth. I don't know. OBS just does OBS things sometimes. And that was one of the times that it did. You have business with the Crystal Exarch. Just say the word, and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular. You know, I would like if they would change your lines per, like, quest. Like, that might be a thing. Exactly. Docile means tame, but what does docile, D-O-S-S-A-L, mean? Is it just a name? I don't know. Okay, let's see what's up with Alphino. 'Twould seem Elsa has yet to return from the inn at Journey's Head. I do hope she doesn't overtire herself. In the course of preparing more Arsite, we made a significant discovery. We thought it best to wait for your return before sharing our findings. Good idea. All good. See, that's the thing. It's like, it's two things that sound exactly the same, right? So, I hear docile, and I think docile if I hear it by sound, but if I see it written out, they're two different things, right? It's the issue of how homophonic English is. The word comes out differently depending on where you put the emphasis on the syllable. So, you know, it makes things a little different. Congratulations, Wiley. Glad tidings from Mulemore. It did precede thy coming. I will see that Thancred and Reen hear of these momentous events. that they might too take joy in that which which thou hast helped to bring about. I take it you are ready to resume our work. Yes. Yes, I am. Okay, that is a new word for me. And apparently it when you think about it, it does kind of fit. It's ornamental to the Crystal Tower. The way how it looks from outside, once we go back outside the Crystal Tower, we can look up at it. I'd say docile does kind of make sense for what we would refer to the gate as. Because it does kind of seem like an ornamentation that's been added to this building. Welcome back. We are given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It is a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Aura site? Well, fucked up. Oh shit, I forgot that they actually do fuck up. Okay, our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that White Aura site was ill-suited for our purposes. But Urianger, did you not say that compared to the massy soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of our owns with ease? That I did, and armed as we were with Becklug's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter. Were we to disregard the invulnerable link twixt mind and soul. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant as our sight doth require. Thus, the shedding of these fleshy simulacra, and the surfeit of aether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. It would be theoretically possible to channel your minds into the Aura site instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we have abandoned that plan, and instead devoted our time to finding a means which mind and soul might be transported together. Then we are no closer to a solution than we first began. Actually, scientifically, considering the way how scientific progress and testing theorems works, no, you actually are closer by having a hypothesis. Sorry, by having a hypothesis that failed. You are actually one failed hypothesis closer to finding something that works. Also, hold on a second. Somebody's calling me from inside my family, so I need to make sure that everything's okay. Sorry about that. It was my mom calling, and I was concerned that something had happened. Turns out she managed to find out a way to butt dial on an iPhone. I don't know how. Sometimes she pulls off feats of technological prowess, or idiocy, that baffle me. In this case, I would say it's idiocy. Honestly, I have no idea how the hell you butt dial with an iPhone. Anyways. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turn to the transference of memories in the psyche, I would not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Wiley, do you recall what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Uni? I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wheresoever it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Wily return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear we have made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings unto Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. This is a hard game to do all the reading for if you forgot to drink water all day like I did. Okay. Back to reading. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Yeah, sure, we can do that. You know, something told me we were gonna read a lot more than we did there, but apparently not. Backlog insists we resume our work forthwith, but I grow weary at the thought that... what I would not give for a cup of tea, and perhaps a vanilla tart. With the benefit of our combined knowledge, and the aid of the First's leading authority on soulcraft, we must surely be able to find a solution. Surely. What did I tell you about calling me Shirley, Alphino? Mark my words, Wily. We will unlock the secrets of the Allegan Eye, and see the others returned home. There was a time when I thought these eyes a curse, you know. But for what they have enabled me to do, and what they may yet make possible, I now see they are a blessing. I mean, they could be both. They could be a blessing and a curse. You know, don't discount that fact. I pray the link to their bodies in your world will endure a while longer. Should it fail, our efforts will be for naught. Well, back through the portal we go. You know, I feel like this, especially this area, right? It's just used as the gate into, like, Mordona and into the First, right? Highly underutilized. Like, I really don't know why they don't make more use of it. It's kind of a cool area. Then again, I also really like the music they use around there, and you don't hear it much in this game. Also, I'd like to point out that this is something I've been considering, like, talking about for a while like, looking up the World of Warcraft stuff. Final Fantasy XIV is actually a fairly disengaged game when you think about it. It is so much fucking reading. It's my same problem with, like, the genre of, like, 4X, where, like, a lot of it is actually, like, it feels like you're not engaging with the game at all. You don't really do much in the way of combat. You're reading most of the time. And while I've been learning how to play 4X games and enjoying the one that I've been playing, there still is that little inkling of, like, you're not really playing a game, you're being tricked into reading a book. And that's not exactly a good feeling now, is it? Wily, you're back! What's on my back? Is it clothes? I think it's clothes. How did everything go in the First? Wait, don't tell me. Kryl will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. Gods, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. Upon speaking with Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence. That means you will hopefully not have to speak wildly. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time. God damn it. Hiccups. Not now! Sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I think what we're going to do, just because I don't know where the ad break is going to happen now because everything got reset, is we're going to go to ads, and then we're going to do these cutscenes. So I will be right back. And we're back for the cutscenes. Let's just make sure everything is right where it's supposed to be. Yep, that seems about right. Okay, let's get into it. Please be voiced. I really hate having to just read multiple cutscenes in a row. Okay, there's sound design, so there we go. Also, I always forget that's what Krile sounds like.
I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly.
Like, she sounds very posh, doesn't she?
How fare our friends in the first?
Thank you very much, Adonis.
the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Ah, yes, it's our good friend, Justinian.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Yes. We seem to be all right. Sort of.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin? After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Baelsar. Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself.
I forgot they play Heaven's Ward music in this.
There, we found a man whom all assumed dead. But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh.
And thank you for the head pat, Karst. Much appreciated.
Yea, Galvus.
Yeah, this does look way better with the new lighting.
For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
And time for us to find out.
What's wrong?
Oh, right, he's never seen us go through the Echo before, has he? I forgot it becomes basically a lightsaber. Okay, we've got that. We're just gonna disable that. I've seen him in action. His body, at least. You will not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easily to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. For what good it will do. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. Alright, let's go for it. Oh, yeah, gotta make sure to clean the blood. Come then. A little forward, isn't it, Xenos? For anyone who's never actually used sword before or practiced any swordsmanship, a block like that is actually incredibly difficult. Dude's forearms have to be fucking tree trunks. Ah, the simple pleasure of one's own flesh. Truly, there is no place like home. Abomination. Whatever he is, Wily was barely a match for him. If we stay here much longer. Well, at least he acknowledges that we're his better. Emperor Varys, your radiance. Are you alright? No, he's very much dead. We may wear out our welcome. Your radiance. No. Yep, they're dead. Must even the most middling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me. But I have no cause to remain. I'll leave these vermin to you. Yep, there we go. Just run after Xenos, dude. It totally worked the first time. Also, I never realized he puts his, well, any bright ideas. He puts his hand behind his back like he's actually using, a rapier. Just one? Okay, what's he gonna do? Okay, then. Ah, yes. Feedback. Good idea. Also, her name's Julia. Any chance she's related to Livia? Yeah, and there's Ania. I wonder if they had a third sister that we may have killed in ARR. The intruders have been taken. I'm sorry, the intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape. I think you will let them escape. That's why we're watching their memories. Seeing things through the echo does kind of take like the weight of a cutscene like that. Kind of undercuts it. They need to really work on their framing with stuff like this. It is cool that they do this, though. Look at us, we get to be a Stinian. We're the lad. Okay. See, I like stuff like this. I think it's cool when they give us the ability to be, like, big-name characters. Which is also something that we kind of were lacking in Dawn Trail, if I remember correctly. Which really is disappointing. Because, like, this does make you at least interact with the story on, like, a more personal level. Which is honestly something that Dawn Trail desperately needed. I still don't know why they give us the ability to heal in this, because, like, honestly, if you're doing it right, you don't really need to heal that much. Like, I might be at 50% health right now, right? But if I just keep moving, I can guarantee you, I probably will not need to use that heal in the slightest. Right? See, these things, done. And look at that. The health's just going right back up. We're fine. Okay. Their last name is Sorinus. I don't think they're related to the other one that we killed that was under him. Okay, we make ourselves easy marks by moving together. I suggest we split up. Alright then, I'll take the low road, so to speak. Okay, cool. I'll see you outside. Stay safe. Yeah, sure. This should be fine. I really do wish they gave us, like... Actually, do they give us more free reign to explore? Gonna go off the beaten track here and, no, they give us a very pretty set piece, but no way to explore it, and we never get to visit this again in game. That's honestly something that I feel like they should add in, is the ability to revisit areas like this. Okay, principal dynamics. And there we go. That's probably the end of it, right? Well, someone's been busy. Have they now? Oh, okay. Okay, volatile prototype. I don't remember this. And you would bar my way, would you? So be it. Guess we're fighting it. Okay, cool. We're using the Dragoon power. Also, I don't know why, but part of my jaw suddenly just started hurting. Okay. That, I just realized when it showed, like, as Azestinian Wormblood, when you have fucking abbreviations on names, it abbreviates inside of the title. That's kind of funny. Okay, what's this? Delivers an attack with a potency of... Okay. What's this do? Okay, so that's our AoE. Okay, we got 2 AoEs and then we've got this. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna have to make smart use of the AoEs at some point, but now's not that point. There we go. Come on, get them to jump in already. Oh, we can't even kill them. Lame. Oh, okay. We use the roar, and it kills them from down here. Okay, that's easy. Now the question is, where do we get our health back? Normally these things give you at least something. Okay, so we need to use Alamorn. Okay, get rid of those idiots. Okay, we try it again. There we go. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory fight. See, this is where I feel like the combat for these situations, they kind of end up a little stiff. It's not that interesting having just like 4 buttons. Like, I like the idea of, oh hey, they bring people up here, so you gotta wait for them to be targetable and then attack. Like, that's a good idea. But they do have this horrid idea where it's just make things as slow as you can. And just use as few buttons as possible. Okay, there we go. Didn't realize they gave him a voice line there. Not exactly a great voice line, but hey, it's a voice line. I feel like that would have been more impactful if that was like a character we knew instead of just random Garlean. Just saying. Garleans and their Machina. Now, where are you, Gaius? And back to the Rising Stones we go. Well, Kryle seems a bit in pain. Yeah, we're fine. It just happens when people start talking about memories. We go into flashback mode.
Peer into my past, did you?
Not intentionally. I swear I didn't look at your internet history.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was...
I like how he's the only one who actually doesn't like it.
It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
Yeah, pretty much.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds.
Way to bring it back to us. Astinian kind of, knows how to do the ultimate wingman moves.
Far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray.
Like, I don't know about y'all, but like, if you're ever wingman in a person in a bar, that's what you do. You take a story, talk about something ridiculous, circle it back to them.
We needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces.
She has a point.
Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, that's one less
It's nice
worry.
to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead.
I mean, technically, we've
Speaking
gained
of
an
which,
ally.
I'll see that Riol and Al Shinobi are made aware, though we still know next to nothing. It can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then,
I'd like to point out this has been almost 30 minutes of cutscene.
I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
Well then,
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
well then. Guess they gotta find a new way to rope him in.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
And there we go with Kryl. Gotta guilt him. It's gonna work.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
No promise. Sometimes things get boring. He'll be back.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
Why not get some gameplay in? So the problem with this game is the story moments, while they are good, they do last a very long time. To an almost ridiculous extent sometimes. Though they have yet to find a workable solution, Y'shtola and the others are making progress, and we cannot ask for more than that. You must be shattered after all that after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest a while? I'm sure Becklug can manage without you. They have enough silence to help them, if you ask me. I think we're just about done with this section of the quest line. I think we're on to a new patch. Meanwhile, in Garlemald, yep. New patch. I think we're at the point 3 now. Okay, hold up. Traitors, you dare deny Lord Nerva of the throne. Ah yes, a new war of succession. Well. Onward. Before this day is done, victory shall be ours. And this is why empires are kind of a shit way to run a country. Oh, well, well. Looks like Xenos is having fun. Or not. Boring, boring, boring. Just like Xenos' personality in this cutscene. Do you think? I find it amusing. Like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse. That hue. Your soul is... Who are you? Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. For I know full well the prey you seek next. I think we all know that shit-eating grin. Zodiark. Well then. I forgot that was a thing. Meanwhile, in Yulemore, in the first... Isn't that a subtitle? Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks, and they're looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some old abandoned villages, too. They're even laying on free Talos to help... Sorry, what? Okay, yeah, no, that's right. They're even laying on free Talos to anyone willing to make the move. Free Talos? Huh! We'd best get packing. Steady work, board, and lodging. If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is. Hope. Wait a minute, you're dead. Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see that feeble flame rekindled. It is my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. Okay, let's just let's pop this real quick. Oh yeah, last time we played was around Christmas, which means I missed getting the bouquet as the emote for the Valentine's Day event on this character. Oh well. Wily, might I ask you a favor? I'm not normally one to pry, but Flamen has been oddly distracted ever since you came back to tell us of your travels in the first. Would you go see if she's alright? After I talked to Kryl. Old enemies, new threats, okay. Kryl is glad for your return, though it remains to be seen if she has glad tidings to share. Let's find out. Wily. My, what a pleasant surprise. Really, I'm here all the time. If you've come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal ether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. Ah, yes, I remember you. Ah, Wily, it's been far too long, my friend. Forgive me, I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Alden, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Well, you will be very distressed to learn what has happened. Ah, yes. I've heard stories of a defector from Garlemald. But never mind that. You said you have urgent news. Indeed, as you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil. Okay, so you know already. And a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Almegan resistance to watch over the border. As there, we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Commander Alden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He's also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear whom he wished I would extend this invitation. It seemed time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone, though I'm not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades. I see no reason to burden a single scion with all this. Fair. Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Almegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two. Okay, onwards we go then. Once everybody finishes their bowing and all whatnot. Okay, Almegan quarter. There we go. And also, we now have 1,000,000 gil. And change. Well, let's see if we can find our way through here. You know what? Let's get the fat cat instead of Torgal. Honestly, I prefer this mountain. Torgal's cool and all, but the fat cat is absolutely top tier. Okay, I think it's this way. It's been a long time since I've been to the Almegan quarter. So it might take me a little bit to find my bearings. But we will get there if we keep trying, I think. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Honestly, one of the worst designed cities in the game. You're not really here all that often, and then when you are here, it becomes an absolute pain to traverse this place. I mean, just look at it. It's not even its own, like, thing. It's just... It's this little corner. It's a very confusing one. Much has changed since the first time we set foot in this city. Now we strive to preserve their freedom rather than reclaim it. But we've no time to reminisce. We mustn't keep the commander waiting. That is fair. Commander Alden awaits us in the Royal Palace, if you would follow me. Sure, let's go. Into more cutscenes. Are we reading? Is it voiced? Who knows? I believe that's Gaius. Yep, there we go. Just walk in there, you motherfucker.
They're here, Commander.
Like, our face is just like, how is this son of a bitch still here?
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stand half of it. When the science spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
Yep.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea.
Indeed we do, failure of Garlemald.
Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
Yeah, it should be doable.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence.
Okay.
Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand.
So I've heard.
Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight. But to me, his description seemed anything but. And upon further investigation, I found that I was right.
Do go on.
The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Oh, lovely.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
Yep, that sums up ARR. Thank you, Kryle.
I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since.
Okay, so who's leading it
Precisely how
now?
this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices remains a mystery.
Well, that's not very helpful, is it?
What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea. We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
Yeah, shit happens.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope.
Yeah, we can see what we can do about that.
I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
Well, hopefully it happens at a convenient time.
Was to be the work of my remaining days, but it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all, even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
Well, that's a very rarely used word.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Oh, you never know when you could use a counselor.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friends' plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
Honestly, story-wise, it might be better if we have to. Just saying. Okay, why did they... What? Why did I turn? You're standing that way! Okay, whatever. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. Weird. Anywho, we can ill afford the threat of a new Ultima weapon. But with each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Okay, and we are close enough to break time that I'm just going to take it early. And I will be right back. And we're back. Let me just get everything back in order to where it needs to be. And we will head back into game. Okay, everything looks right. I think everything's still going all right with the YouTube stream. Let me check on how it is over there. Yep, seems like it should be good. Okay, let's see ya. The way home. All right. Kryl can see the steely resolve in your eyes and suspects she knows where your duty calls you. She definitely should. I take it you're ready to return to the first. Then I would ask... Sorry. Yeah, wait, no. I got it right. Then I would ask that you appraise the others of recent events here in the source, namely Xenos' return and the development of the new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal ether stable. Safe travels, Wily. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. Okay, cool. Time to go back to the ocular. We'll just click that, hit that, and just go on over here. Real quick, real simple, real easy. Okay. And now we just go to the docile gate, which we now know the meaning of the term docile, so I mean, if you look at it, right? That definitely seems ornamental, and they actually do have legitimate dociles right there that are not items that you can get anywhere in game. So, you know, we learned something tonight. It's a successful stream. It means we are, in fact, an educational stream. We can now put that somewhere in the tags. Yes, we you know, you have the same line every time. Motherfucker has nothing new to say. Honestly, seems like me talking about the first couple of levels of Palace of the Dead. Because there's really nothing interesting to say there, and once I run out of things to say, it becomes hard to actually find anything engaging to talk about. Because let's be real, when you don't have the chance to get out to do much, you don't end up making new stories. And that's kind of my problem right now, is there's really not much to do, like, around my area, so... Sometimes it just leads to feeling like things are a little stable, like, too stable, and storytelling just gets a little stale. Because I'm not just gonna make shit up, right? I mean, it could, but who the fuck wants that? Anyways, you've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul, and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you two have been making good use of your time. Yes? Ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I will summon the others, that we might be appraised of the situation. Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all, actually. Hopefully it's voiced.
Now that we are all here,
there we go.
From the source?
Quite a bit, actually. Let me get on to the bullet points of it. Just read you in on the minutes.
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern.
Might be the case, yeah.
With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
Something tells me she might just be right.
Observation of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Okay, progress. That's good.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one.
My question is, how do they test it? I really want to know.
For soul and mind both, that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
All right. What's the catch?
However,
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
Okay.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within aurosite or any other crystal.
And what's the solution here?
The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
that being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
Not a bad choice.
As well you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
Well, that's encouraging. Glad that we actually have someone who knows what they're doing.
I can afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
It's been far too long since we've got to see Lena.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
Okay.
But
Alone,
there's no
or-
need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Okay, yeah, so she wants to talk to us alone. Wonder what it could be about.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Fair enough. And alright, we'll just grab the money. Alright, and with that, my back is actually kind of locking up today, so I'm going to have to call stream early. Because I don't know what's going on, but something's going wrong with the muscles in my back, so best not to mess with that. Let's just find who's doing what tonight and raid out. So for anyone on YouTube, I'm going to end the stream here, and for anyone on Twitch, please do stick around for the raid. Now let's see who's doing what tonight.